everyone, it's Kerry back with you today. So I'm back for K in the ABC April 2026 challenge hosted by Margaret and Tony. Links to the ladies' channels will be in the description box below, and I've been having so much fun tonight playing with this technique. I actually saw it came up on my Facebook feed. Somebody had a tattoo loosely based on the technique, and the technique is called Kintsugi. It's a Japanese word, and it's a traditional Japanese art form for repairing broken pottery. So if a pot got broken or whatever, they'd mix gold with the cement that they were using to repair the pot, and it would have these lovely golden cracks when they glued it all back together. And it was part of the Japanese belief that it highlights the cracks rather than hiding them, and you're sort of embracing the imperfection and finding beauty in things that are broken. So I thought I would have a go at doing that with some paper, and I've come up with these faces, and then I've just made my little golden cracks to sort of replicate that technique. And I've had so much fun creating these. It's been really quite therapeutic and very addictive. I've got a whole bunch of them here. And I'm going to show you how I've created these, and then this is one that I've just laid up on a journal that I'm creating at the moment. But I made this one, I think this was the third one that I made, but then I've made all these after that one, and now I can't decide because I quite like that one on there. I quite like that one on there, and yeah, I think those two I like better than that one. But anyway, so I'll pop this off to the side, and we will have a go at creating some. Now these were the first few that I did, and I've created these just as a whole picture, whereas these ones I've incorporated some other paper into the background. So I'll show you how I've done both of those. All right, so I've printed out some images here. So I'll just pick two. And what I've got off to the side here is a little pot. Now I've been using this Pixie Powder Cosmic Shimmer Rich Gold, and this is just like a powdered pigment that I mix with water, and it creates like a watercolor type thing. I like this color for doing all the gold splashes and things that I put on stuff. I just love that it's a nice really rich gold, and I've just mixed it with some water, and I want it to be not thick but not a watery consistency, so that I have a little bit more control about how much it's bleeding into my paper. So I'm not sure if you can see that there. It's kind of creamy-ish. Now, if you don't have that, you could try using gold ink if you have that. You could also try, if you've got metallic watercolor paints, just spray some water into your gold one and sort of mix it up until you get enough of this creamy consistency. And the other thing that I've got is I've got a couple of really fine paintbrushes, and this one I actually even trimmed some of the bristles out, so it's literally got like 2 or 3 hairs longer than the rest, but it's still like a very fine brush. So I'm just deciding which one of these I'll tear and which one will keep as a whole picture. So I think I'll tear this one. So I'm just going to roughly cut off the white edges to begin with. It doesn't need to be perfect because we'll trim it up at the end. Now there is a little bit of a knack to this technique, so you might want to practice on some just scrap paper or some images that you're not really fond of before you begin. Don't use your good paper or whatever. And I can't remember which one I said I was going to tear now. Oh well, I'll do this one. So to tear some spaces in my image, I want to tear down the way so that I'm not getting any of this white from the picture showing. I just want the raw edge of the picture to come through. I don't want to have any of that white edge showing. So now if you accidentally do tear it the wrong way like I have there, just go back and start the tear again and do it the right way. Alright, so I can discard these pieces, and then I've got my complete image here. So all you want to do is create the illusion of like breaks in the paper, and I found for me the easiest way is to actually hold my image. I don't want to leave it down on my desktop, and I pick up some of the paint. Might be just a touch too thick actually. So I pick up some of the paint and I want just a really fine little bead of paint on the end of my paintbrush. And because I'm holding the image, it's not stable, and I can move either my hand holding the image or the paintbrush to sort of get that really organic wiggly line. And I'm just going to come, actually for the one that I've torn, I'm coming along the edge of the tear and I'm just bouncing the brush. I'm not rubbing the brush along the edge, just pouncing right on the edge so that I get that sort of gold edge all the way along the tear. Now it is a bit time consuming. So hopefully you can see that I'm getting that bright gold edge just right along the edge of the tear. So there we go. And I'll do the same for the other two edges. Okay, so now I've got my torn edges highlighted with the gold. I want to come in with a few sort of extra lines so that it looks like it's cracked throughout the picture. So I just get a nice little bead of glue on my brush, and I want to make sure that the end is quite pointy, and I just pick a random spot and I hold my brush quite upright and just sort of make my wiggly crack line, and I try to have my brush create different thicknesses by pushing down slightly or lifting my brush slightly off the paper. So it does take a little bit of practice, but you can't really get it wrong, because if you've got a thick bit, well, that's just where the crack was a bit wider. So like that bit there is quite thick. And then I might just do a couple of spindly little bits off there. So you just want to make sort of random lines. You want to be careful to not sort of make them too wobbly like that, because then they'd look very um, sort of painted and fake rather than cracks. Hopefully you can see that there. So there we go. And once you're happy with the amount of cracks that you've got, then you just set it aside to dry. So if you don't want to have any tears in your paper, then you just basically do the exact same thing, except this time you don't have to put an edge on any of the torn bits. So there we go. Once you've got your faux cracks on there, you do need to let them dry properly or give them a blast with the heat gun. Now hopefully these are going to be dry enough. You do need to make sure they are dry enough, otherwise when you go to stick them down onto the next page, then the gold will smudge really easily. So for the broken one, I like to pop a really contrasting coloured page underneath. I just think it helps to make the image pop up off the page quite a lot. So I'll just pick one of these. Now these pages are actually from one of Reni's kits, grungy, I can't remember the name of it, the link will be in the description box, but these are full pages and I've just shrunk it down to print photo page so that I could use them behind my images. So now I can't decide. I think we'll just do the green one so that it stands out quite significantly in the video. Now if you wanted to add any extra stamping or anything to the background, I would recommend doing that before you glue her down. And if you want to add any gold splashes or anything to this, it's probably easier to do that before you glue her down as well, otherwise you'll need to sort of mask her off. So sorry about that, my camera cut out. So I went ahead and added the gold splashes onto my background, as I said I would do that before I glued her down. And then I have glued her down onto the background, inked around the edges, and then I've just mounted her up onto a piece of this white chipboard. So there we go. I've really had heaps of fun with this technique. I just sat there with my headphones on and had a great time. I do encourage you to go and have a look online at some of the Japanese Kintsugi pottery. It is absolutely stunning. But yeah, have a go, see what you think. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye. Got some visitors in the paddock today, so I thought I would just try and get a shot of them. They're a bit far away, so hopefully this isn't blurry.